Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
New information on a massive grain elevator fire in the Northern Valley. It's a major blow to a small town in Kittson County, Minnesota. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lisa Bedeau. The early morning fire destroyed the farmer's elevator in the town of Kennedy. Someone driving by reported the fire just after midnight. That town is about 20 miles south of the Canadian border on Highway 75. By the time firefighters arrived, the structure was fully engulfed in flames. Crews from 10 surrounding towns were called in to help. The fire chief says their basic job was to keep it from spreading to the houses in the block behind the fire.
It got very hot very quick, and we had to contain it. The sparks were going over town, and we had to make sure that the houses in town were safe.
The elevator was partially full of wheat and soybeans. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. We also have new information this afternoon on a deadly car semi-crash in Becker County. The victim is a former Holly science teacher. He's identified as 71-year-old Jim Nessies of rural Lake Park. The crash happened around 7:30 yesterday morning on Highway 2 between a pickup and a semi-tractor trailer. The sheriff says the pickup swerved into oncoming traffic and hit the semi. The driver of the semi, Shane Eggy of Barnesville, has non-life-threatening injuries. New at noon, Grand Forks police are asking for your help in locating a missing person. Sarah Benolkin was last seen Saturday near the Northlands Rescue Mission. Her picture's on your TV right now. If you know her whereabouts, please contact the Grand Forks Police Department. That number is 701-787-8000. Use the Submit a Tip button or download the Police Tip 411 app. We're following a developing story out of UND. School officials are looking into whether any student conduct rules were violated with a Snapchat post. It's getting a lot of attention, with some people calling it racist. A Facebook user took to social media after her friend allegedly left her cell phone in her room, only to have 3 other students take a photo and post it with a racially charged caption. Several people have contacted UND officials about the post. School officials tweeted that what is portrayed in the post is not in line with community values that they expound. The controversy comes just days after a Kansas State student was expelled for posting a racist photo on Snapchat. It's the last day of summer on the calendar. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green to see if it's going to start feeling more like fall.
It will coming up in the forecast. In fact, some of us up north feeling like that today because of the clouds and the rain showers we've had up there. In the south, we've had some sunshine, and that's helped us to warm up pretty quickly here this afternoon now, moving into the afternoon hours. We've got some sunshine in a good portion of the valley, but there are some places up north and now in the Central Valley where we do have some rain showers. Lake of the Woods County and then Bemidji stretching back toward Trail County, a couple of scattered, very light rain showers, but they're still there, and there's some cloud cover associated with them, too. That's kept temperatures down in some spots. We're already at 70 degrees in Wahpeton, Fergus Falls, and Wadena. Gwinner's the warm spot at 72. And up north, we're looking at some upper 50s to some mid-60s right now. And as we move through the day, we'll see those winds pick up, already kicking up in some parts into the 20s at this point. So this afternoon, temperatures in Fargo getting back into the low 70s. And some more fall-like weather on the way, too. More on that in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Lisa. New developments today in the bombings out east. The FBI has just released a picture of 2 men wanted for questioning after they allegedly removed luggage from where an unexploded device was found in New York City on Saturday. The FBI says the men took a suitcase and left behind the bomb that was sitting inside it. Meanwhile, the suspect in custody faces new federal charges that include using a weapon of mass destruction. We're learning more about Ahmad Rahami's wife, who is said to be cooperating with authorities. Kenneth Craig reports from Rahami's family's home in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
The bomb that exploded in New York City Saturday night was made from easy-to-find materials bought on eBay. A new federal complaint shows Ahmad Rahami bought citric acid, circuit boards, electric igniters, and ball bearings just this summer. Rahami is now facing at least 10 federal charges, including use of a weapon of mass destruction and bombing a public place.
In the near future, it is our intention to bring the defendant to federal district court for the Southern District of New York, which has jurisdiction over the Manhattan neighborhood where more than 30 innocent people were wounded and countless others were gravely endangered by his bombs.
Prosecutors say they also found video that shows Rahami setting off what appears to be a pipe bomb in his backyard here in Elizabeth, New Jersey earlier this month. Investigators say it may have been practiced for Saturday's attacks in Manhattan and the Jersey Shore. Rahami, a U.S. citizen born in Afghanistan, made several trips back to Afghanistan and Pakistan in recent years, where he married Azia Bibi Rahami. She eventually came to the United States but left in June. Sources tell CBS News she was scheduled to return this week and is cooperating with authorities. Prosecutors say Rahami was also carrying a journal when he was captured that included the message, "Death to your oppression." Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Elizabeth, New Jersey.
As a teenager in New Jersey, Rahami and a girlfriend had a child who is now in elementary school. The ex-girlfriend was granted sole custody of the child yesterday. Fargo police need your help identifying a woman who they say is involved in a burglary. She's suspected of forgery stemming from a garage burglary in May. If you have any information on the woman, contact Fargo police. A Minnesota man is facing murder and arson charges in connection with a June house fire in Moorhead. Justin Critt is charged with second-degree murder and arson. The body of 49-year-old Melissa Wilcoxon of Moorhead was found in the rubble of the fire in the 1000 block of 11th Avenue South. Valley News Live spoke with Critt at a house fire the day before in Detroit Lakes. Well, no charges have been filed there. Investigators are now looking into a possible connection involving Critt. He was convicted of arson in 1995 for his involvement in a fire at a Detroit Lakes junior high school. Critt is in the Cass County Jail on unrelated robbery charges while he awaits extradition to Minnesota. Is your cat making you sick? A new study says it's totally possible and is worse than researchers previously thought. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention says that you can get a bacterial infection known as cat scratch fever from a scratch or a bite. The manager of the Homeward Animal Shelter in Fargo had it herself.
I have never had that bad of a sore throat in my life. Like, I always had strep throat as a kid, and there's nothing that compares to that. I couldn't eat anything for 4 days. Like, just sipping water was super painful.
The CDC says about 12,000 people get it a year. Symptoms include headaches, fever, and swollen lymph nodes.